What happens to a man's penis? When he ignores these 6 critical habits, warning signs you shouldn't ignore. Did you know that Brazil has one of the highest rates of penile cancer in the world, mostly due to poor hygiene? Or that smoking is directly linked to erectile dysfunction in men under 40? Before we dive into today's shocking topic, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and drop your thoughts in the comments about how men should be educated on intimate care. Let's start a conversation that could save lives and sex lives. The silent crisis in men's sexual health. We live in a world where men obsess over muscle gains, financial growth, and even skincare routines. Yet ironically, one of the most crucial parts of male health, the penis, is often ignored or misunderstood. So let's ask the unspoken question. What actually happens when men fail to care for their penis? From infections to deformities and even erectile dysfunction, the consequences of neglect are more common and more preventable than you think. In this video, we'll explore 6 scientifically backed care habits that can literally save your manhood. Stick around because our final tip, the bonus 6th habit, is one that 90% of men have never even heard of, but could be the simplest way to protect your sexual future. 1. What happens when you stop using your penis regularly? Before we get into it, like this video, subscribe, and drop a comment. How often do you think a man should ejaculate for optimal health? Here's the thing. Disuse equals dysfunction. Just like a muscle, your penis requires regular exercise to maintain function. When it's not stimulated, either through sex, masturbation, or therapeutic practices, blood flow decreases and erectile tissues begin to lose elasticity. Scientific insight. A study from the American Urological Association found that men who ejaculate less than 4 times per month had a significantly higher chance of experiencing erectile dysfunction after age 40. Expert tip. This isn't just about pleasure, it's about biology. Regular erections ensure oxygenated blood reaches penile tissue, keeping the organ responsive and flexible. Real-life solution. Even if you're celibate or have no current sexual partner, penile vacuum pumps or pelvic physiotherapy can provide the stimulation necessary to avoid vascular degeneration. 2. What happens when you ignore basic hygiene? Hit that like and share button if you believe schools should teach men proper genital hygiene, and comment your thoughts on what age that should start. Neglecting genital cleanliness isn't just gross, it's dangerous. The most common cause of penile cancer? Poor hygiene. Scientific breakdown. The accumulation of smegma, a white cheese-like secretion, under the foreskin harbors bacteria and viruses, including high-risk strains of HPV, a known precursor to penile cancer. Case study. In Brazil, where hygiene education is inconsistent, penile cancer rates are startlingly high. This underscores the life-saving importance of neutral pH soaps, such as glycerin-based products, and daily washing, especially after sex due to vaginal pH disruptions. 3. What happens when you have sex with a semi-erect penis? Want better performance and safety? Subscribe now and tell us in the comments if you've ever heard of Peyronie's disease before today. Having sex with a partially erect penis is like trying to drive a half-inflated tire. It might roll, but not for long. What's the risk? Repeated microtraumas from friction and bending can cause scar tissue formation, which eventually creates penile curvature, known as Peyronie's disease. Expert explanation. These micro-injuries often go unnoticed until it's too late, when intercourse becomes painful or the penis bends unnaturally during erection. Preventive action. Wait until you're fully erect before penetration, and if your erection feels weak, pause and reassess. Prevention is much easier than correction. 4. What happens when you watch too much porn? Are you struggling with intimacy because of unrealistic expectations from porn? Smash the like button, share this with a friend, and leave your comment below. Excessive pornography doesn't just mess with your morals, it rewires your brain. Neuroscience alert. Frequent porn consumption can cause dopamine desensitization, meaning you need more intense or bizarre material to get the same arousal. Over time, this reduces sensitivity during real-life intimacy. Real example. In clinical trials, men who abstained from porn for just 30 days reported increased libido, improved erection strength, and even enhanced emotional connection with partners. Medical viewpoint. Dr. Gary Wilson, in his book, Your Brain on Porn, describes how compulsive consumption mimics addiction, triggering the same reward pathways as cocaine or heroin. 5. What happens when you live an unhealthy lifestyle? Want to be sexually active into your 70s? Then it's time to talk lifestyle. Before we dive in, hit like, subscribe, and tell us below, what's your worst health habit right now? Your penis is a barometer of your overall health. If you eat poorly, don't exercise, and smoke like a chimney, your performance in bed will suffer. Scientific evidence. Smokers are 51% more likely to suffer erectile dysfunction. Obesity increases the risk of low testosterone and sexual fatigue. Chronic stress and poor sleep reduce libido and erection quality. Healthy alternatives start with hydration. Dehydration affects blood volume and circulation. Balanced diet, zinc, L-arginine, and omega-3s are libido-friendly nutrients. Daily movement. Even walking 30 minutes a day improves vascular health. 6. What happens when you sleep in tight underwear? Bonus tip. Before the final tip, hit like, share, and comment. Boxers or briefs, which do you wear? Here's a little-known fact. Tight underwear at night may be hurting your erections. What's the science? During REM sleep, men experience multiple erections to oxygenate penile tissues. If the penis is restricted during these episodes, it can suffer trauma. Medical warning. Over time, this trauma may cause fibrosis, which develops into curvature or painful erections. Solution. Sleep naked or in loose cotton boxers. It's simple, free, and could drastically reduce your risk of nocturnal injury. Conclusion. So what happens if you ignore all this? Before we wrap up, hit that subscribe button, share this with every man you know, and leave a comment. Which of these 6 habits surprised you the most? Let's recap the essential care habits that protect your penis and elevate your sex life. 1. Keep it active. Regular erections maintain function. 2. Practice hygiene. Daily cleaning prevents cancer and infections. 3. Avoid semi-erect sex. Prevents Peyronie's disease. 4. Limit porn. Restores brain sensitivity and real-life performance. 5. Live healthy. Your lifestyle is your sex life. 6. Sleep smart. Loose underwear equals safe erections. Final words. Whether you're 18 or 68, these habits can transform not just your sexual health, but your confidence, relationships, and overall well-being. And remember, the choices you make today determine the quality of your manhood tomorrow. Hit like, subscribe, share, and leave a comment telling us which tip you'll apply tonight. Your body will thank you later. Bonus. Want to supercharge your performance naturally? Click the link in the description for a 7-second remedy over 60,000 men are using right now. Stay healthy, stay sharp, and take care of what matters most.